Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will show you how to fix a heat pump dryer in a quick and easy way. What you have to do is you have to open this bottom flap, then you have to remove this cover by unlocking it and see how dirty it is. The next part, what you will have to do is majority of these heat pump dryers, they have the condenser in the bottom of the drum which needs to be removed. Only then you can get access. What you have to do first is you have to remove the top of the dryer. It's got 3 screws. Once that is removed, you have to remove the sides of the heat pump dryer. If your heat pump dryer does not look like this, majority of the heat pump dryers, they have exactly the same process. They have these condensers which are sitting under the drum that gets clogged, and due to that the heat pump dryers take longer than usual to dry up the clothes. After removing the sides, you have to remove the other side. Once you have removed that, you will have to remove the back side of the unit. It's got a few screws which you have to remove. It's got small screws on the top and it's got slightly longer screws in the bottom. So what you will have to do, you have to make sure don't mix them up. Remove the back cover. You will be able to then see there are a few covers at the back which holding the back side of the drum. So you have to remove them 2 screws, and another small silver panel is going to come out. Once that thing is removed, then you can see that it's got a small hook which is connected to the drum. You have to remove that, and then you have to remove the back panel of the actual dryer. It's not that difficult if you know what exactly you're doing, and if you follow what we are doing in the video, you will be able to see how easy it is. Once again, I would like to remind you, if your dryer is slightly different than this model, do not worry, because majority of the heat pump dryers, they have the same process. We are going to bring more videos of different dryers in the future. As you can see, we have removed the back thing. Now you have to remove the back panel which is connected with the water container. It's got a few screws in the bottom, on the top. Just slowly remove them. Remove the pipe connections from the actual back side. Once you remove the actual pipe connections, just make sure that they are not hanging to the back side. Once you remove the back thing, you can then see the drum is there. You will have to remove the belt very slowly and easily. That is a bit hard part because the belt is quite hard on the actual drum. Once you remove it, then you will have an easy access, and you can then remove the drum by sliding it out. All you have to do is just pull it out, and that's it. The drum is out of the actual dryer. Once the drum is out of the actual place, then you will have better image to see where the dust is. So what you will have to do is you will have to take a brush and a vacuum cleaner to remove all this dust from there. As you can see in the video, the way we are removing it, just make sure you have to deep clean it so no dust is there to stop the heating. That's how you have to remove every single piece of the dust. What you will have to do is that you have to remove all this fluff Without removing that fluff, your dryer is not going to be as efficient as it used to be. We would recommend you to do this at least once in a 6 months time if you want your dryer to last longer. As you can see, we have removed the cover and we have removed all the fluff from this condenser. Now it's all clean and shiny. The most important part of this dryer is that condenser which is sitting under the drum. If that thing is clogged or blocked due to debris or fluff, or you can say lint, it's not going to work. That is a very major and common problem in heat pump dryers, and majority of the times they come to us to fix is because of that, because all of the heat gets blocked. One major thing what we're going to show you now in the video is that sometimes this fluff gets stuck in the actual sensor which is sitting on the pipe of the condenser. You must have to remove that. You must have to clean that. Without cleaning that, sometimes it's going to give you an error code that is not sensing and is full of fluff even when there is no fluff. This has happened to us previously when we have forgotten to remove the fluff from the actual sensor. We cleaned all and every single thing inside the dryer, but it would still showing that there is debris in there. We had to open all of the thing again just to find out that my guy forgot to clean the sensor. So what you will have to do is we're going to show you in the next few seconds how to clean that sensor. Without cleaning that sensor, it's not going to work even if you clean the whole unit. That's how you have to clean it. If you have other tools or anything, you can use that, but as you can see, we are just using a normal hoover. You can clean this in your house just like us. It's not something which you can't do. As you can see in the video, the sensor I was talking about, you must have to remove that. That is the sensor. It's an NTC sensor. You just have to clean that. As you can see, this is clean. So that's it. We just wanted to make sure if it's clean, it's clean. Sometimes fluff is gone into that from the bottom and it's quite difficult to see. Now it's all clean and ready to go. We have to show you how to put this back on. You have to put this back on, make sure it's in the right position. Screws will go in nicely. That's how we are showing you in the video. You just have to clean this cover as much as you can. We're going to show you now how to put the screws back on. Just make sure don't tighten them up too much. In the end, they are on top of the plastic cover. These are the longer screws. You have to put them separate. He's going to show you now how to put them back on. Just screw them up properly. Once that is up, tighten them up. That's it. It's all been tightened up now. We're going to show you next how to put the drum in. So that is the whole drum. All the way you have removed it, same way you're going to slide in. You have to make sure that it is sitting properly at the front. Without that, you will not be able to turn the drum properly and it's going to make a grinding noise. Once the drum is sitting properly, you will have to use the belt on the drum, same like this. Once the belt is on, you have to put the back part of the dryer. Before you're going to put that in, just make sure to clean it properly so no fluff is hidden on the sides. Since you have opened it, just make sure that all the parts and everything is cleaned properly. Once it's cleaned, put the back cover on. As you can see in the video, once the back cover is on, screw them back on the way you removed it. Put the back thing in for the drum to be tightened up. Again, what you have to make sure is that the screws which you removed from the actual dryer, you have to put them back on. That's the washer which is going to hold the drum backside. Put it back on, tighten it up, make sure, turn the drum with your hand to see if it's not going to make any noise, it's not going to touch any wires, it's not going to make any grinding noise. Put the screws back on. You have to make sure the screws which you removed from that position, you have to use the same screws in the end in the back place. If you're going to use the wrong screws, that might going, if the screw is slightly longer, it's going to touch the actual drum, and that is going to make a hole in the drum. So you have to make sure if it's a small screw, you're going to use a small screw. If it's a long screw, it's going to be a long screw. Once that thing is done, once that cover is back on, now you have to put the back white cover on. Sometimes it's a white back cover, sometimes it's a silver back cover. All these dryers, it's the same process of cleaning. It takes probably half an hour to do all this job, but once it's done, your heat pump dryer is going to be as new when you bought it brand new. These dryers, they normally last you for about 10 years if you give them a good service after every now and then. Put the side back on. Make sure these are the things that is going to hold the drum, because all the weight is going to be on the side, on the top as well. Once that thing is on, put the screws in. Once the screw is in, your dryer is almost ready for a test. It's up to you if you want to put the side panels on. As you can see, you have to put the belt on. It's a bit hard to put the belt on. As you can see, I was holding the camera with one hand, so it was a bit hard for us to put the belt on. But again, if you're using both hands, it's not really hard for you. So all you have to do is you have to slide the motor up slightly and use another hand. That's it. It's done now. Once that thing is up, what you will have to do is you will have to turn it on. You will have to put it on a test mode to see if it's not making any noise or any strange grinding noise. As you can see, we did not find any strange grinding noise or anything. You have to put the bottom cover back on, and that's it. It's ready.